Allison.
Hi. Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Cheers.
Cheersing the same
Oh.
bottle of wine chosen.
No,
Yeah.
yours is from Willamette Valley. And you know what? Brother, you got me. You got me. Usually I gotta
Oh,
work. Usually I
really
gotta
quick.
work.
Welcome to this. You're normally working right now?
Sundays.
Oh, you
Sunday. I'll be
are.
going.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Welcome to this live edition of Road Trippin'. We're here midway through the fourth. We're just waiting on Perk to join. Obviously, if you guys are watching the Knicks Celtics game right now, Richard is calling it, so he'll be jumping on after. Channing Frye, Allie Clifton. And we're going to wait for Perk, and then we saw our guy Bobby Jones in the comments. Let's just start at the beginning. They probably forgot. Allie got Luka and LeBron in LA and forgot how to act. That is not true. However, we do have LeBron and Luka. Richard is probably insulting someone so cleverly that they think it's a compliment. He was talking to Denzel before the game. How is Richard so popular that Denzel wants to talk to him?
I think he lived in the same building when he was with the Nets as Denzel. That's how I know. So he's like, I think he lived on the 5th and Denzel lived on the PH. I don't think Denzel lives on a number. Right. He lives on the letters of a building.
Good luck finding him. This is where we decided to hop on because you say the word wine, you talk about being out, Channing, his ears, they just light up. Bobby, you said Channing is on his 3rd cup of wine. What number is this, Channing?
2.
2 or 4.
Yeah. I'm on my 2nd.
And then, lastly, what were you going to say?
No. Go ahead.
Wait. Warning to Richard and Channing. Don't bet on your alma mater. Texas Tech plus 3.5 is the lock tonight. What?
Dude, I'm taking U of A. We might mess around. At first, it was a little shaky. Out of conference schedule, shaky. The Iowa State game is the best game this year in college basketball.
No.
Thirdly, it's Arizona. I got it all. We rooting. This Celtics, man. Yeah, okay, we're not going to talk about it too much. I'm worried about the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns' knee. He couldn't really move today. Then you have OG Anunoby. Like, their injuries don't seem like, oh, we hit a knee or we did this. They seem like wear and tear injuries. Now, I know we're obviously past the halfway point, almost to the
50-game mark.
Point, right?
Yep.
And I'm just like, they got to figure out how to stay healthy. And one thing that I watched, I think maybe it might have been, today is Sunday, maybe it might have been Monday or Tuesday. I saw Mikal Bridges. His foot went clear like this and came back. This sucker did not come out the game. His ankle bone touched the floor. He came back hobbly, and then 5 minutes later was perfectly fine, didn't miss a game. I don't know how he does it, and I'm impressed. Big Baby. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love it. Big Baby Sports. He is a big Laker fan. He has his own podcast. He is great. He's been tuning into our lives for quite some time. He said he just got done with his podcast and watching us. I also saw him down here. You can't say it enough. Hit the like button and subscribe to all of you who are tuned in. Obviously, we like doing these lives. And now that the Super Bowl is tomorrow, we're going to try to do it a little bit more often for the remainder of this season. So please post your questions and comments in the comment section. Again, Perk and Rich are going to join any moment now. The last thing from Bobby Jones before Channing just went on his wonderful assessment of the Knicks, which I do want to say, you do know that the Knicks are 8-2. We'll get into this in a second. 8-2 in their last 10, and they've won 2 in a row until tonight.
No, I'm not saying that they're not winning. I'm not saying that they're not winning, but at a certain point, are they going to are you gonna be better than Boston or Cleveland right now?
You're thinking now when it matters.
That's all that matters with this team. Like, Cat was on and off to the MVP race. Jalen Brunson's having an amazing year. You finally have the pieces. Mitchell Robinson is slowly going to come and get his way back, hopefully. And you're losing guys to injuries that I feel like could be preventable by not playing them 40 minutes a night. And I think he was doing a good job of that early. And then all of a sudden it kind of went away. These dudes need that all-star break. Man, Cat better come up with an injury and just say, he better go to.
They always say the all-star break can either hit at a great time or it can hit at a bad time. And for some teams, like the Knicks, you're saying it's going to hit at a great time. You know, it's interesting too because so many people have had their thoughts about the Boston Celtics, and you know what it's like, Channing. The year after you win it,
Yeah.
is there a hangover? It's not really the case, but are they fatigued? Are they tired? Or do they just know when it matters to kick it in gear?
So they're not like what are they winning? Okay, they win the regular season. All you got to be is top four. Just be top four. Be healthy. All their dudes, when they need them, are running on all cylinders. They're going to be you. If people thought less of the Celtics, they wouldn't have. OKC and Cleveland would not have made those trades for DeAndre Hunter, and then getting obviously the Daniel Tice thing went through, but like teams made strategic moves to compete with them.
According to Jordan Reacts, Knicks are 0-6 against Cavs, Thunder, and Celtics this season. Does that tell you something?
Yeah. The Cavs, Celtics, and Thunder have the ability to raise their effort of play in their talent. The Knicks keep their effort of play the same because they play 7 guys. Mm-hmm. So there's no like, oh, this guy's going to come off the bench and give you 30, right? There's no, you never hear about, oh, the Knicks bench comes in and like wins the game for you. It's always the same 6 guys, where the Thunder, Cavs, like Ty Jerome or Max Strus or somebody makes a huge play for them and they win the game, right? Or something like that. You don't hear that from the Knicks. The Knicks are who they are, and they are a steamroller, and they're a metronome.
Yeah.
And they just play like this. And in the playoffs, they play a little harder. But they don't really have anything extra in their bank to me.
Right now, 117-90, in case you're watching, obviously, it got close there in the third. And then the Celtics just did what they do, 19-3 run, and obviously just kind of took away with the game. There's a lot of people in the comments talking about other things throughout the league, which this is our first podcast since last Sunday when we did the live reaction after the Luka and AD trade. And so we are going to dive into what's going on in Houston. They've lost 6 in a row now. Obviously, you mentioned DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs, which was a big move. AD, Max Christie made their Mavs debut in Dallas, I believe. Max has been playing for a while, but AD first came back, and boy, was it a moment. And then the latest with the Lakers and Charlotte.
So,
that news. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Houston.
Okay.
I felt like
now in the 5 spot in the West.
When your team is rolling like that, you got to inject some type of energy. This young team has never been that good that long throughout a season, right?
Did you see that?
See what?
I thought you had the moment that you and Hendricks were talking about before. The ADD moment.
No. Oh, the ADD is constantly there, but no, I didn't have that moment.
Someone just said, Robert Thomas just said the show is more informative without Richard and Perk. Thanks for a really good show. And your mind literally was just like,
oh no, because I'm trying to compare this to a situation where they have a team full of young guys that are just now coming into their own. So they've been playing at their peak. Ime is trying to get them to play a certain way consistently. It's hard to do that through 82 games without injecting during the break of that some type of energy to mix it up, right? Ime is intense. To play that intense all year long with no injuries and as a young team, defensively minded, it wears on you. So these boys are like gasping for that All-Star break, right? And the fact that, they probably had individual awards that they wanted. They were probably like, dude, we're fine. We're second. We can beat these teams. But again, like the Knicks, they've been really good. But now these last 25 games, it's like the Kentucky Derby. Some horses are just going to run, right? Some horses are just going to run. Other horses are just going to wait in the back and then sprint. And then other horses try to set the pace. And then all of a sudden they start to fade out. And I don't know where Houston is, but I think Houston is going to end up being in the West a 5 to 7 team. No, 5-7.
Well, you said 5-7, so there is an opportunity to be playing because I was just looking at the standings. Don't look now, but Minnesota is top 6. They are the 6th seed. They've
Oh, it's
won.
crazy. Wait, who's hurt?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's crazy. They start winning games, but who's hurt?
Oh,
Oh, that's wild. Wait, didn't Anthony Edwards have 49 the other day?
they're 7-3 in their last 10.
Oh, that's crazy.
But the Rockets are still 3 games ahead of them with
Who?
about 30 games to go. The Rockets in the 5 spot.
No.
They and the Lakers are tied. The Lakers have one less loss, of course. Actually, big baby sports. Lakers will number 2 seed when season ends. That's interesting. After the news that came down today, which let me give you the latest on that. This is actually tough. I sent it right to you guys.
Allie,
obviously. What?
As a NBA player who's been traded 3 times.
Hang on. Let me first give the reason why we're talking about this.
Okay.
Just so people have a context in case you missed it. Shams posting a little bomb here. Lakers say that the Mark Williams-Dalton Connect trade has been rescinded. Mark Williams' physical with the Lakers showed multiple issues and the team failed him on the exam. The physical was not failed due to his back, however, because there was discussion about that. This means that Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, the pick swap, and the first-round pick all go back to LA. Mark Williams goes back to Charlotte. This is wild, Channing.
So
now,
Dalton Connect, you got to have a very honest conversation with him. And honestly, I don't think it'll be that awkward for him. Dalton Connect, we wanted to send you to a young team because for us, we're trying to win a championship. You're a rookie. I sent you somewhere where you're going to go to just flourish, to go play with one of the best young guards. There's no expectation to win. You can shoot that thing 57 times. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching Charlotte. We needed Mark Williams for us because we just got Luka. Now, don't take that personally. That's just, it is a fact is a fact. We needed a 5-man. He was available. And it's not that we don't appreciate you. I actually sent you to a place where you can flourish as a 24-year-old, 25-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
Now, Mark Williams.
Hang on really quick. Let me ask you from that standpoint. Oh, okay. Go on with Mark. Let me hold my thought for a second.
Okay, hold your thought. Now, Mark.
It's hard. Mark was, by the way, Mark was on the bench today. Did not play, Mark, obviously, because the trade was pending. He was on the bench today in uniform.
This news
is hard.
Is going to affect Mark's checkbook for the rest of his career. Think about how much the Lakers needed Mark Williams.
Yes. Yes.
Think about how everyone goes, the Lakers, Mark Williams, they did this, and how would they let them go? Why did Charlotte let them go? And this and that and this and that. Hey, and the Lakers said, hey, yo, no way. This car don't got a carburetor. How am I going to drive a car with no steering wheel? The windows don't work. What? At 23, Allison?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Because now, anytime he goes to negotiations, you don't think every owner in the league, whenever he goes to negotiation, is going to go, wait a second. Oh, that's the dude that almost went to the Lakers that they literally rescinded when they needed him. The Lakers need a center. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a center accentuated league. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a big man's league now. Whether you want to say, oh, we're shooting threes. Why are we shooting threes? Because you have the spacing to shoot threes. And because centers shoot threes. Excuse me. I'm going to tell you this right now. That dude has to fix his body. At 23, if it's not his back, his ankles, knees, I don't know where he needs to go. Germany, China, Brazil, Canada. Fix your body because that's wild.
You talk about this affecting his career, which is one take. Their GM, Vice President of Basketball Operations, Jeff Peterson, just named in March of 24, I believe. How do you do How does he kind of come out of this?
Oh, dude, he tried to hit Pelinka with a pump fake. He
It
already
tried.
knew.
Clearly, it happened.
He tried. He wanted to see how desperate the Lakers were.
I don't think it's desperate because I think we all know once you
Oh,
lose Anthony Davis, they needed bigs. It's not about being desperate. They needed that. That's a reality.
The Lakers, that's what I'm saying. The Lakers were desperate for a big at that price point with his skill set. So Charlotte said, oh, well, how desperate? And you're going to give me Dalton Connect? Okay, he's a viable player that fits in within what we're doing. He fits with Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. He fits in with that crew. And I get to give you this car with 3 wheels? Come on. Hey, he said, hey, here you go. Come get this DVD. He gave you the barbershop DVD.
Let's kind of go around the horn from one big to the next. Again, if you're just joining us and you're tuning in, Perk is on his way after this game. Richard is as well. There's 50 seconds left in a 131-104 blowout versus obviously Boston and the Knicks in New York, which is crazy. Let me go to this. Kilpie, AD did his MF thing. I was confused how some of y'all media and fans said the Luka AD trade was the worst trade in NBA history. Everybody except me and Perk spoke that. I don't know if it was I think it was it the worst trade in NBA history or was it confusing on the Dallas side of things? Do you call it the worst in that sense?
It's not the worst. It's the most surprising.
It's the biggest.
And it's something, the biggest, and it's something you would never do. You would never do something like that. Now, also, people like, let's just call a spade a spade.
Yep.
Is Luka have a bad body? Absolutely. So does Jokic.
Does he though? Does he?
Yes.
Does he by what? Because he's not cut?
Dude, he's not cut at all. He built like
he doesn't match your perception of what a fit body's supposed to look like. Channing, the guy took him to the NBA Finals.
Just hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying that you need to be built like, and here's my point. Luka Doncic and Giannis have been to the same amount of finals. Okay, so being fit isn't all that it cracks up to be. It helps you, obviously. Yeah. But for Luka, he is in shape. He just doesn't look like he's in shape.
And if you didn't think he was in shape, oh, look out.
Dude, yeah, he's one of the coldest dudes in the playoffs in the regular season ever to play basketball. So, and you also go, oh, look at Jokic, bad body, but he's balling. He's the most in shape dude in the league. And for me, I'm just like, we're saying all these things like, oh, he drinks beers. Man, your favorite player drinks beers. Your favorite player, everybody's favorite player, except for maybe 2 guys, cracks a beer or a glass of wine here and there. So
I remember when the Cavs won in Perk, you were in that locker room. When the Cavs won, hello to Kendrick Perkins. We have got some spicy information to get to, by the way, with Perk. We will dive into all of that in 1 second. But Perk, we're talking about Anthony Davis and Luka, and of course, Anthony Davis showing out in his Mavs debut today, despite the injury, which he has said he will be fine from, which is a great sign, great news.
Alex, can we just say, if that's not a microcosm of Anthony Davis, it's a lot. Yeah, that's a microcosm.
Day, though, all that matters is that he's going to be okay.
Balling, and then all of a sudden he gets injured, and then he's like, "Oh, never mind, I'm okay." Does he not do that once a game, Perk? He will go down and be like this. They'll call the timeout, and then they're like, he's like on there for 15 minutes, and he goes, "I'm good, I'm good." It's like, damn, dog.
You're right, Shannon. But look, this is not a moment where we're about to sit up here and kill AD. Look,
no, I'm not killing him.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
No. I am not killing him. I just said that's a microcosm. I think it's funny.
Look, listen, he got a lot on his mind. And today he came out. It wasn't business. It was personal. Yeah, that was personal.
I want to give you a stat line. Obviously, he left in the 3rd, I believe, with the non-contact injury. Just so you know, when he was still with the Lakers, he was still in the week of to be reevaluated with the abdominal strain. So I wonder too if any of this sped it up, but obviously Anthony Davis in 31 minutes finished 10 of 18, 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 blocks. 2 of
He's
2
the
from
third
3.
best center in the NBA. He's the second best power forward.
I mean, look.
Yeah, it's it. It's a fact.
Call him Starburst, because he gave them all the flavors today. Call him Starburst. He gave them all the flavors. You wanted points, he gave you that. You wanted rebounds, he gave you that. You wanted assists, especially the first play to open up the game, big to big pass, the live dunk to Gafford. Damn it, he gave you that. And it brought me back to when the Lakers won the championship, right? Yeah. The big to big passing. How many assists did Anthony Davis have when he was assisting the JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard? Look, they're going to be dangerous. I'm looking at that front line. I don't know when Derek Lively is going to get back, but when he does get back, they're going to be even more dangerous. But PJ Washington and Kyrie didn't even have a good night tonight, and they still was cooking. And I'm seeing AD with that passion. I'm here, motherfuckers. I'm here. I'm like, that was the first time I was like, in a minute, I'm like, yeah, AD, like I'm really rooting for him to be successful because the Mavs fans act like they traded Luka Doncic for me.
So
what do you mean by now? Or are you in 2010?
Period. It don't matter if I wasn't AD. You're getting back an all NBA power forward, one of the most power forwards to ever play the damn game.
ESPN's thing said Luka Doncic traded for heavy rotational player Anthony Davis. I said,
did you see? Hang on, did you see the signs today? He is not fat. Bring him back outside of the stadium. Like, are we serious?
Luka is special. He's a man of the people.
Speaking of Kyrie, just 13 points on 4 of 15, 0 of 4 from 3. To your point, AD showing out 26. How about Max Christie? 23 off the bench, 5 of 10, 4 of 5 from deep, 9 of 10 from the free throw line.
And guess what, Allie, Shannon? Max Christie, he started showing those signs when JJ benched him and he got back into the rotation. That was that growth period for him. Like he went through that stint of really not embracing his role to all of a sudden now he knows what his role is. He's going to be a pest defensively, knock down open looks, slash to the basket, and what he signed like 20, what was it, $30 million?
Easy. Yeah, I mean, baby contract.
Oh, Max Christie?
Yeah.
It was $32 million, 4 years, $32 million.
Right. So it's a friendly contract, and his value is going to continue to go up, and he's going to be a valuable asset for the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't want to backtrack, and I know Channing has to run at some point. So feel free whenever you have to, Channing. I get it. Having said that, you mentioned all the flavors of Starburst. Perk, you're the pink Starburst right now.
Perk ready for a Valentine's Day, looking like
it's great. You look great.
You know what? Go
just
ahead.
Just now, because I know you want to weigh in. We were just talking about this. What happened with the Lakers and the Hornets and the rescinding of the trade between Mark Williams and Dalton Connect. But this is new. The Charlotte Hornets just put out a release saying we are excited to welcome Mark back to our Hornets organization after the other team. Hang on. I need to make sure this is real.
It is real because people are saying whatever the Hornets.
It is real. Okay. Wow. After the other team aggressively pursued Mark, we made the difficult decision to move him. We have always held great respect for Mark's talent, work ethic, and character. We are thrilled to see him rejoin our roster as a dynamic presence at the starting center position. His return strengthens our team, and we look forward to the impact he will make on and off the court. Perk, we were just talking about it. We want your thoughts.
The lies has started. Look, and listen, I don't blame them. The Hornets are going to have to lie, and the Lakers are going to have to lie. Because
no, they're not. The Lakers are not going to have to lie.
What the fuck you mean? Why not?
Dalton, we just got Luka Doncic. That's your position. I sent you to a bad team as a rookie for you to play. They don't have a you on this team. We, as the Lakers, needed a big man. I didn't trade Dalton Connect for, Brandon Miller.
A guy his same position.
Dude, I traded for what Luka needs. Don't take that personal. It's Luka Doncic. Now you got to compete for minutes with Braun and Luka. Sorry. And my bad that this dude's knees were softer than a turkey leg. My bad.
Well, They
Did you?
already knew that.
Did you
They
say
knew
no? You
that.
guys are fine. Come on in, crew. We got the whole crew. Say what's up. Say what's up to the road. Now we live. Now we
There
live.
you go.
Now we
There you
live.
go.
Hey, Perk
That's
live. Is that Big Perk?
hey.
Yeah. Hey, we got Big
Hi.
Perk.
There go,
Allie.
there go my people.
Allie Clifton up. Yeah, Allie Channing.
Hello.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
What's happening?
You
You
guys
were
are
great.
great.
Look, we fresh off
Richard,
the
did you
court for
get a
y'all.
new suit?
New suit? Nah, man.
No,
This
who
is
are you?
Hey,
old
Richard,
Hey,
suit.
is
that
man.
ain't true, Richard.
Is that skin tone?
Is that?
Are you Ron Burgundy?
No, hey, Merlot is a great color on you,
I'm
Richard.
brown burgundy. I'm brown burgundy.
Oh wow, that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
Richard,
Thank you.
do you have them little nasty furry sandals on right now?
No. It's snowing outside. You can't have them Gucci slides out.
Rich, we're actually gonna sidestep the Celtics and the Knicks game tonight. We're talking about what just happened with the Lakers and the Hornets.
Ooh.
So
Okay, wait,
big.
Richard,
That's
answer
big.
this question. Do the Lakers need to lie to Dalton Connect?
No, hell no. You're a rookie. We'll ship your ass out of here in 2 seconds again. We got
Easy.
Luka, LeBron, and no, I
Easy
say
call.
that. I'm saying, did you just wait? Did you just see what Austin Reeves did? Did you see what Austin Reeves did? They ain't got to lie to Dalton. The truth is out there. Like, you are an expendable asset at all times for everyone. If Luka got traded, you think we care about your feelings?
no. You cannot. They're not going to tell him that, and
Not
they're
well.
going to tell him, hey, Dalton, we love you, just like they just put out that bullshit ass report to Marcus Williams. The Hornets did. We welcome you back. We value you. All of
After
this.
the other team aggressively pursued Mark.
Yeah, but because at the end of the day, these are the guys, especially with the Lakers, that has to be in your locker room. Now, the question is where do the Lakers go from here? Right? Are you gonna ride it out and say, hey, we're gonna depend on Jackson Hayes and Jared Vanderbilt at the 5 because there's no centers out there that's available that's gonna come
Well, you
in.
just answered your own question, Perk. You said, where do they go from here? They got no place to go. There's no center out.
I wanted to answer first.
You asked the question. You answered your own question. You're like, well, I wanted to. This is what I'm saying. There's no place for them to go. That's why so many people thought it was a big pickup. Yes, was it a risky big pickup? Picking up a big that is super talented but has some health issues. Yes, that was risky, but that was their only place to go. It's like last call in the bar. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you make unhealthy decisions, right?
Hey, don't make decisions when you're thirsty. I said
don't make decisions when you're thirsty or you're not thirsty and you had too much. I say all that to say is that there's no place for them to go. You can go free agent market, or not free agent market. You can go buyout market, but you know that is slim. That's why this is such a big deal, because they had no depth. They went and got it, gave up a great piece in Dalton Connect, and I believe a first-round pick. Did they give up a first?
Who? The Lakers?
The Lakers. Did the Lakers give up a first?
First-round pick and a first-round pick swap, and 30 and 31.
Yes, and so you say that there's no place for them to go. That's, this is what it is. Now, they're good, they're talented, they're fine, but this is the most that they have to go. What do you think, Perk? Is that a pink shirt you got on?
Pink Starburst.
Yeah, it's a turtleneck. It's a turtleneck. Pink
turtleneck. Okay. Okay. I got nothing to say.
Kenyatta Peters said Perk said Brunson was better than Tatum. Perk has said a lot this week, which we're gonna address.
Hold on.
You say Brunson was better than Tatum? Brunson was good. Tatum was a problem tonight.
He was a problem, but Tatum had help to actually help him be a problem.
Agreed.
Brunson did not. Karl Anthony Towns didn't show up. No OG Anunoby. I know they didn't have Drew Holiday, but the Celtics have a deeper roster. And when is Tom Thibodeau gonna stop with that fucking drop coverage on this Celtic team? You cannot play drop against the Celtics. Tatum was cooking Karl Anthony Towns in the pick and roll. They was picking on him, whether that was him getting his own bucket or assisting for others to get theirs. Lob threats, offensive rebounds, like all across the board. Brunson still did his thing. He did his thing. Jason Tatum is a stud. Make no mistake about it. They asked me who was going to be the better player on the floor. I said Jalen Brunson. I ain't say Tatum suck. I did a whole thing about Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? Like, let's look past this game. I was wrong. Jason Tatum ball. Let's move on.
Jason,
We got
first, it was almost an identical score to that first blowout that we saw. Now we know that there's people missing. Celtics missing 2 starters. And I don't think Karl Anthony Towns was 100%. He was like game time decision. We weren't sure
agree.
in the meeting, so he didn't look 100% and didn't play that way. But I also think that this is a bad matchup for Tatum, or excuse me, this is a bad matchup for Karl Anthony Towns. And then overall, Knicks and Boston, it's not a great matchup, but they have to be able to get their big back. When you get Mitchell Robinson back, then you're able to press up more on the threes because you got a shot blocker behind you. You don't want Karl Anthony Towns blocking shots. They've got no shot blocker. You saw what Luke Cornett was doing. He was blocking shots.
Put some respect on Cornett.
I said you saw what he was doing. You need block. Even Cassie, yeah.
Put some respect on Cornett.
Tell him, Cass, no.
Tell him, Cass. Cassidy
You want to
Hubbard,
join?
that
Listen,
is,
you
for
can
all of
join. We
you
can
in the
add you in the
comments.
promo.
I was about to
Look.
say it. Tell her to sit on down.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to know about her outfit tonight, please.
Come on, Cass.
I'm quick in the sweats.
Get comfortable there,
I'm
Cass.
quick
You
in
get
the
it.
Yep.
We live.
Wait,
now,
is
we
it
live.
really snowing in New York?
Oh,
Yes.
snowing. There's a blizzard outside. There's a
really?
full-on blizzard.
Allie, we gotta get you some
So that
tea
means you're
with some
stuck?
honey.
Oh yeah. Her voice. Why did we just go? Can we zoom out? Yeah. What's wrong with your voice,
This is
Allie?
acting like I'm 21, but I'm not 21.
Oh, she was having one of them nights. Her friends are in town from back home, so she
Oh.
was sipping a little bit too much.
Just one of them days.
No, she can't sing. She
Only
can't sing.
people our age would know that song reference.
It's gonna come back at some point. How impressive was Cornette though?
I mean, from the get go.
Blocking shot. He had a double. Then
Right.
then they had Kata had 7 and 7.
Right.
I'm telling you, if the Celtics are healthy,
Will you
ain't
guys
nobody
tell
stopping
me?
them.
Will you guys tell me what the Garden was like when they cut it close in the third, and then all of a sudden Boston just took off? Quiet.
It was no.
No, there were a lot of Boston fans.
There's a lot of Boston fans. There's a lot of and then the fourth you heard the "Let's Go Boston" chant. You don't hear that too often. You don't hear that too often. But
the thing about them is that these fans, they know basketball, and so they're paying attention. So it was like, okay,
you got to give them a
Tatum put
reason.
them on a show.
Yeah, you got to give them a reason to cheer. I shook hands with Denzel Washington. So as far as I'm good. I'm good.
Wait, you dropped something.
I'm just saying. I shook hands with Denzel Washington. I'm
We
good.
actually-
My night is good.
Man.
I'll keep
Bye,
dropping names.
Cassidy. Love you, Cassidy.
Bye, Cass.
guys.
Everybody, tell Cass we love her.
All right, Cass. I hope
Yes.
you watch the damn
Perk,
hands.
you talked about it on the show, and I know Channing and I started on the podcast wondering why Denzel would talk to you.
Yeah,
Why
I
did-
was
why-
thinking-
What?
I was thinking the same thing.
Why
Like,
is
what?
Denzel talking to you?
To me?
Yes.
Oh, I went and said
Yeah.
hello. I went and said what's up to Spike to tell him not to start anything tonight. He didn't listen. So Jason Tatum started talking to him. And then when I went over, it was more of is it like, hey, like Spike, I love him. Spike, like little known fact, Spike Lee, when we did those old Ali G commercials, Spike Lee was a director. Spike Lee's awesome. But Denzel's that dude. Denzel's that dude. I'm gonna send it to my mama.
Since we're that's cute. Shout out to your mama. Since we're stepping aside from basketball for a second, should we take this moment and let you have the floor, Perk?
Oh,
No,
Perk has an apology that he's got to make.
Well, I already issued 2 apologies. Let me
Oh,
tell you, I
2?
fucked
To the
up.
bar.
I just want you to know that they're in our comments too on road tripping now.
Oh, let me tell you. Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Barbs, hey, listen. I apologize to you. I apologize to Nicki Minaj. Listen, they came out the wrong way, okay? Listen, put me back up here. I need to see y'all faces.
He doesn't want to be alone.
Cast that back
Yep.
down for it.
Hey, listen. Them crazy motherfuckers would die behind Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
I got death threats. Not to my social media, but to my phone. How did they get my number?
No.
I woke up to text messages said, "Hey, it's your fault if your kids end up dead."
Damn.
No.
It was that real. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
With your address.
What did you say
What
to
my-
Nick? Somebody, Mike Swipe wants to know
Hey.
what you said.
Wait
Hey,
a
what
second.
With my old address, because I moved. So you can pull up to that address if you want. Nobody's there. All right. So that's number one. Here's the thing. This is what I said. Okay. I said I thought the Warriors were gonna go out and get a Beyonce and Taylor Swift, but they end up getting a Nicki Minaj. Okay,
Shots fired.
that,
Strays.
So basically, you called Jimmy Butler and Nicki Minaj.
well, hold on.
Yes, Cassidy.
Jimmy Butler is still a good player, right? He's a great player. I just thought that they were going to land a Kevin Durant or even wait till the offseason and try to get a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, is anybody about to sit up here and argue with me and tell me that Jimmy Butler is on the same level as those two guys that I just mentioned? No.
I'm not involved. No one's arguing you. We're not getting involved in this.
But like the analogy for you, which Perk, like you're really good at analogies. It was a little flawed.
No. I was. That was the one I dropped the ball and I regret.
Yeah.
Now you know what I'm saying? Cass.
Yeah.
Hoop strings for life now. You know what I'm saying? Hoop strings for life. We ride together, we die together. Okay.
So it wasn't.
No.
You weren't hating on Nicki Minaj. You just you didn't put your best foot forward.
No. He didn't know about the barbs. The crazy thing is he didn't know about the barbs. He didn't know.
But okay, here's the thing. Are you to me like you going up against the barbs? And then Swifties and
the Beehive?
I don't know. I don't know which one.
And also now Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne just tweeted at 8:30 p.m.
What did he say?
It was yesterday.
That was it was yesterday. The Warriors thought they was getting a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce and ended up getting a hashtag Kendrick Perk.
And look, guess what? I wanted to respond to Lil Wayne because I had one that was gonna hit him below the belt. But I stayed out of it. I don't want no more smoke. I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all got it. I'm moving forward. Just stop with the death threats, okay? It's not that damn serious, right? You know, saying y'all gonna kill my kids.
Yeah. No, this is This is not even funny what you're saying. This is horrible.
And this is not social media. Like this, these were text messages. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's not fun.
No, this is mess. I mean, like you're looking.
No.
You're looking at like what's the situation in Dallas, and thinking, okay, people are crossing the line, but like. Perk, that's serious. Like you can really go to authorities with that. Like that is
Mama Cass showing up. Mama Cass.
Mom mode really just took over, but Vanity has that on lock. I'm sure Vanity has it covered.
I definitely sent that to a few of my FBI agents. So if whoever the people were that sent me those text messages, they go find you. They go find.
They on that Cricket wireless. They ain't finding them burner phones.
Hey, look, but I'm leaving that alone though.
Oh yeah,
we do.
You apologize. You apologize as you should.
And I meant
3 times now. 3 times.
I will never do it again. Now I do need to address another issue. Kevin Durant.
What did he do?
Tweeted at me and basically was calling me a liar.
Can I read the tweet?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here's the tweet from Kevin Durant to Kendrick Perkins. Is Cassidy still there?
Yeah, she's leaving. She's like, I'm out.
Okay. Here is. Hang on. Sorry. I just had it yesterday. 1 second. Hold, please. Okay. Your comment was Kendrick Perkins says he was the real leader of the Thunder. This is what Perk said. It doesn't mean your best player is your leader. When I was with the Thunder, it wasn't KD, it wasn't Russ, it wasn't James. I was the one leading, to the point where Kevin Durant responded saying, I know this may be a reach, but this comment is by far the craziest shit I've seen this week. That was on February 6th.
Well, he didn't call you a liar. He just said it was the craziest comment.
29 million views, though.
Hold on. So what do he mean by the craziest comment?
That it's not true.
Okay, so let me tell you why.
Oh, that's how I would take it.
Okay, let me tell you why it's true what I said. When I arrived at that skating ring, that was the practice facility at the time, because they was young. This is before the Thunder upgraded or whatever. I got there, they were young bucks. Okay, I saw separation. I come from a contending team with the Celtics where everybody was united on the road together, at home, celebrating holidays, playing cards, whatever you call it, we was together. I get there, and they had 3 separate groups, okay? You had Serge Ibaka and Tabitha Falosha. They were together. You had another group with James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Eric Maynard, Daquan Cook, and then it was KD by himself, okay? This group did not fuck with KD, and KD did not fuck with this group. Oh, they had so much tension to the point that we went on road trips. KD bought his boys because nobody on the team would I'm like, we can't win like this, right? We can't win like this, to the point where family members were not speaking to one another in the family room. So what did I do at 26 years old? I came in, I said, hey, man, you know what? Troy Weaver sent me in his office. He said, hey, what Kevin Garnett was to your locker room, I need you to be this to this young buck. You go see it. I just need you to do that. What did I do? Hey, man, when we land, Blu-ray in my room. We order room service. We go watch these games. Okay, Russ and KD, I ain't really seeing the connection I need to see off the floor. What I'm going to do? I'm going to start a group text. KD, you a Redskins fan? Russ a Cowboys fan? I'm a Cowboys fan. We go talk shit about the football games in this group message. We go find some type of common ground where I'm going to force you guys to fuck with one another. We actually went to a game together in Dallas where the Redskins, on the private jet, where the Redskins played the Cowboys in the suite. We're going to fuck with one another. Also, on the road, hey, leave your homies at home. Your teammates is what you got. We're going to play Blu-ray together. We're going to go to dinner together. We're going to have a group message. Hey, man, we're going to fuck with each other. That's the only way that we're going to be able to go to what we're trying to get to. Because I do know this. If you have chemistry off the floor, if you have chemistry anywhere, right, it carries over to the floor. Because guess what? Allie, Richard, if we on the same team and I know you on a personal level, I'm going to go that extra mile on the floor for you. Also, if we have a great relationship on a personal level on the floor, I can hold you accountable because in the heat of battle, everything may not come off the way that you make, the way in a nice way. So if it don't come off in a nice way, you go no automatically. If I say, hey, motherfucker, you was supposed to be you on that weak side help. Hey, Perk, get your big ass up here and set a screen. I know it's not personal because you're my dog. So I was hearing it. I get messages from the Thunder staff, one of Coach Turk, who, by the way, was Scott Brooks' best friend, who was my big man coach. Perk, you were the leader on the team, you and Nick Collison. So I even called Malik Andrews in the room today, in my green room. I called Troy Weaver, who was the general manager to Sam Presti at the time, and I said, Weave, who was the leader on that team? He said, you and Nick. And everybody know it. So it's crazy because KD, I said he was trolling. That's the reason I didn't respond. But at the end of the day, don't try to fuck up my credibility with no fucking lies. You know who came in that motherfucker and changed the culture. And I could go deeper, but I'm not. But that's the real.
Well, let me back him. And Ali actually contests. I wish Channing was here. When Channing got to the Cavs and we talked about it and they were talking about chemistry, you're also talking about a chemistry and there's leaders in different ways. Channing was the first person to start the text chain. The text chain is still going all these years later. So Channing didn't do it as purposefully, but it was me, Channing, and Kevin. We started to hang out, right? Just kind of supporting. I think Kevin was in a transitional phase, still trying to really get and figure out where he could dominate within the Cavs. And all of a sudden, I think it was before the playoffs. Kevin put me, Swish, Tristan, Kevin and Braun on a text chain. And there had never been one. There was no conversation. Next thing you know, Channing's just seeing memes and talking shit about the games. And then everyone, the text chain fires up. And I was like, Channing, like, what did you? He's like, I don't know. Those are the guys I always crack jokes with. So I just put them on a text chain, not knowing the impact that he was having. He had everyone together in that space with that group. And yes, there were still the young guys. So Shump and Kyrie, they were a little bit younger. So that was just a different group. But as far as the importance to that text chain, the text chain is still alive and well today, and it goes off every day, that text chain, because he created a group within our team unit of like, hey, we got to be in here together, we got to laugh, we got to joke, we got to support each other, all the things. And so like that is a big thing that you're talking about. And like I said, I don't like to give Channing credit, but he's gone, so I'll do it.
I will say I was there before, and Perk, you were also in Cleveland before. From the standpoint of, to your point, Rich, that leaders come in different forms, and the example that you just gave, Perk, of what you and Nick were doing in Oklahoma City, that isn't looked at all the time of a leader because you didn't score the most points, you didn't have the most minutes, et cetera, down the line. It's the same exact reason why. Would you have ever imagined that what Kevin Love did during this entire Jimmy Butler saga thing in terms of that organization?
That's chemistry.
I would
That's
argue
chemistry.
that came from Channing and Richard.
Yep.
That was like an extension of, and Kevin even put it when someone from the Heat were like, "Oh, Pat Riley's not going to like this." And he's like, "No, I'm bringing levity to the situation. It's okay."
Yeah,
like, leadership.
It gets real thick in that room if no one's talking.
And I'll actually take it one step further and kind of tie it to right now. I just read or listened to a clip from Anthony Davis in his presser the other day when asked about what he learned from LeBron, and AD was talking about how early on in his career he thought that just leading by example was suffice. It was enough. That's exactly who he was in New Orleans, especially. But what he learned was that you don't always want to hear a coach's voice. So being a different kind of leader, and that's what he hopes to bring to the Mavs right now, right? It's a situation, it's a step in to where he is now comfortable. Just different forms of leadership.
Allie, guess what? All of us at some point were students, okay? Students, meaning we had to learn how to be leaders if that was your role, right? I was a student in Boston, right? When I got to Oklahoma City, I was a leader there. And I would even go to an extent that when I got traded to Utah and I got waived, when I went to Cleveland the first time, hey, Braun took a back seat to me. Before we broke out and went to the huddle, I was the one that was giving the pregame speeches.
You were the enforcer. I was there. So I felt that.
I'm not like, but the example was that, again, I'm challenging KD. Forget the whole shit, the back and forth on the social media. I'm challenging KD right now, and I'm going to end this with this. You're on the Phoenix Suns, okay? You're on the Phoenix Suns. Donovan Mitchell pulled out the best in Royce O'Neal. Okay. Who else?
Darius Garland. Darius Garland hit the All-Star game this year.
Hold on. I'm just talking about the roster because everybody now is blaming that the roster is not up to par for the Suns is the reason that they're not winning. Chris Paul pulled the best out of Devin Booker. Who else they got over there? Tyus Jones. John Morant pulled the best out of Tyus Jones. I'm challenging KD. You're not going anywhere. Can you pull the best out of those players? Frank Vogel is gone. You got Mike Budenholzer, who's a championship coach. You still Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. They're healthy. Obviously, they didn't play tonight. Pull the best out of your players. That's it.
Somebody said Udonis Haslem was not leading that Heat team while Jimmy was there. You're fucking wrong.
You're a damn fucking liar.
You wrong.
We should probably get UD on here because he'll tell you the exact opposite.
Do not look. We will not tolerate any Udonis Haslem slander in this chat. We will not, because if you don't know the importance of a man like UD is more one of not basketball players. He's one of the most respected individuals inside of our culture. And I came up like high school, like him at Florida. Like, look. You don't have to score a point to be a leader. There will be no UD slander in this chat. If you question that, I'm just by your statement, maybe you just think that, and I'm just expressing to you to rethink your thoughts, because you do not know basketball if you would question UD as a leader. Just say it.
Can we get UD on here?
Oh,
we're gonna wrap this up because it's Saturday night. You're
You
in New
mean
York,
again?
right?
UD's been on here.
Perk is in LA, and he's got plans. He wouldn't come to my plans last night, but he's got plans.
Yeah.
I do want to end with this. Bucket said, "I'm about to text my men's league text thread more often because of this episode."
You got to, man. I'm saying, bro, that was in 2016. It's 2025. That text chain goes off every single day. 75% of the time it's Channing, but it still goes off every single day.
Still goes off
every single day. All these years later, like that camaraderie shit is more important than anyone will fully understand.
You guys are both amazing. We got pink Starburst. We got $100,000 down here. Yeah.
One more thing, Allie. I don't know if you and Channing talked about it. Right, sit up.
Oh, we may have. Channing and I were on here for like 25 minutes. We may have. No, you're good.
Jimmy Butler, he did his thing on his first outing. They were down by like 20 plus. Came back. I believe he had 25 tonight. Still finally have a certified, bona fide number 2 type option. Now, look, I'm not picking them as a top team in the West, but good job by the Golden State Warriors of at least giving Steph some life, because he's been miserable.
He did 25 points, 7 of 12, 11 of 13 from the line. 130, 111. I don't know if that's a big win over Chicago, but nonetheless.
But they were down. They were down like 20 plus.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's all. All right. Cool.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. Rich, anything else on your mind? How's the Garden? Any fun facts? Anything cool outside of basketball? Besides you?
Look.
Did you also know that the camera was on you? Like, I felt like that was very opportunistic of you to be on the camera.
When?
Denzel Washington.
But Denzel.
They put the camera on me? They showed that?
Yes.
How do you think we all knew?
I don't know. Look, somebody send me that clip. Where ESPN Social at? Send me that clip. I need that. I told you that's gonna go. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it and put it up in there like it was like we took a picture together.
Did he say
Denzel is an icon. We know Denzel's an icon. But to see, and the Garden sees everyone. The Garden sees everyone all the time. Chris Rock's there. The minute Denzel stepped on that floor, every player was going over to him. The referees were going over to him. Like Denzel, he on that like Bron level. And I'm not disrespecting. I'm saying there are certain levels of people when they walk into a room. It don't matter if it's an arena and 20,000 people. They are the star. They were Jason Tatum put on a show and was talking over to Spike and Denzel. Those guys, they're putting on a show for him, respectfully. But that it was just really, really cool to see like one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. Perk. Barbs, I'm sorry. Nicki Minaj, I'm sorry. Y'all leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I would never ever do that again in my life.
Perk, I said you were tripping. I was like, bro, I'm just the biggest thing
crazy,
is
Perk.
Twitter. No, Twitter is your thing. How did you not know about the Barbs? That's my biggest thing.
Because I'm not up on like the whole culture, and I don't listen to music.
I bet you are now.
I am now. Look, Allie, well, people who send death threats, they're crazy.
Yeah, that's not cool. That part's not cool. No, I get it. That part's not cool.
Yeah, no. So
I got it. But you apologizing.
Yeah, I'm done.
And now I'm being up to speed. My pink Starburst. I love you both. Okay. That's another edition of Road Trip.